The moment I say I'm from North Charleston, I already know what you're assuming. The crime stories, the corruption headlines, that 4th of July video. But here's the one nobody's assuming. Just a few weeks ago, the same city was named one of the 10 best cities in America. Every bit of it's true. And not only was I born here, I go to church here, and I still live here today. Hey, I'm Chatman, your Charleston and Somerville relocation specialist, and today I'm showing you the North Charleston the headlines can. Here's what's coming, what that award actually means, what your money really buys here, where the jobs are, which neighborhoods fit each budget, and the homework no one else gives you. By the time this video is over, you'll know whether North Charleston belongs on your short list. So let's get into it. Okay, let's deal with the reputation first, because if I don't, we'll spend the whole video wondering when I will get to it. And here's why I get to talk about it. I was born in North Charleston. I went to school in North Charleston. I go to church in North Charleston. I live in North Charleston today. This city actually raised me. So nothing I'm about to say is something I've read. I've lived it all. And yes, you may have heard of the federal corruption probe at City Hall, where former council members and community leaders were charged. Yep, that is pretty ugly, and I won't spin it, but I want you to notice what actually happened afterwards. Federal investigators came in, officials resigned, guilty pleas were entered, and people went to prison. This is not a city hiding its rot. This is a city getting clean out in public. And as somebody who's watched this city her whole life, accountability out loud beats corruption kept quiet every single day of the week. And yes, the 4th of July, a block party in the city turned violent. Officers were hurt, arrests were made, some of them minors, and the videos went everywhere. I won't minimize it. Police here say that juvenile crime is a real ongoing challenge, part of a nationwide teen takeover pattern they see pulling in out of town crowds. But watch what happens next, because this is the part that never goes viral. Within days, the response wasn't just enforcement. It was police captains, mentorship programs, and community leaders in the same conversation saying it takes a village. Expanded community engagement, more youth programs, parents called to the table, enforcement and investment out loud and on the record. That's not a city ignoring a crisis. That's a city answering one in public, which you'll notice is becoming a pattern. And I won't tiptoe past the hardest chapter. In 2015, the killing of Walter Scott put North Charleston in front of the entire nation. His family just marked 10 years this past spring, and this community is not forgotten. What the nation didn't watch as closely was the decade that followed. Body cameras, a citizen advisory commission, anti-bias training, and new police recruits studying that case as part of how they're trained. That reform work, documented, sustained, imperfect, and ongoing, is a part of why the National Civic League gave this city its award. So let's talk about the award, because it's no participation trophy. On June 28, 2026, North Charleston was named an All-American City, one of 10 winners in the entire country, the only city in South Carolina recognized this year, and for the first time in this city's history. It's been called the Nobel Prize for Cities, and you win it with documented, measurable work. The city reform, the Park Circle Reimagined project with the largest inclusive playground in the world, and the Liberty Hill After School program, investing in this city's children. Mount Pleasant has won this 3 times. Charleston puts it on the welcome signs. Now it's ours, and the receipts are very much in order. Here's the takeaway for you as a buyer. A reputation is a lagging indicator. Headlines tell you where a city has been. Investment, accountability, and national recognition tell you where it's going. And the gap between those two, that's exactly where opportunity lies. Now let's talk about what that reputation gap does to prices, because this is where it gets good for you. As of May 2026, the median sales price in North Charleston was right around $375,000. The city of Charleston, roughly 640,000. And Charleston County overall is sitting around 623,000. Yep, that is a $250,000 gap for an address that sits 15 to 20 minutes from downtown on a normal morning. Same metro, same airport, same beaches on Saturday, just different math entirely. What does that mean in real life, though? The relocating professionals getting a 1,600 square foot fixer upper at 640K across the line can be looking at renovated space, a real yard, and money left in the bank over here. The move up family with 450,000 to 550,000 in their budget, the one Mount Pleasant politely shows the door, shops near the top of this market instead of the bottom. And this isn't a failing market you're catching. Price per square foot here was up double digits year over year, while much of the metro cooled. Affordability and appreciation is a rare combination, and it's rare because it doesn't last. Real quick, if you've made it this far, you are not a casual scroller. You're somebody doing real research on a real move. So do me two favors. First, hit the like and subscribe button with the bell on it. I drop a new Charleston Metro deep dive every week, and I update the markets as the market moves. Second, answer me this in the comments right now. Reputation or math? Which one decides where you live? I read every single comment and I answer them. Okay, now let's talk about the part the blogs get completely backwards: the jobs. The relocation blogs frame North Charleston as the place you settle for so you can commute to the real jobs. That is exactly backwards. North Charleston is the job center. Boeing builds the 787 Dreamliner right here and just broke ground on a 1 billion plus expansion. 1.2 million new square feet and thousands of jobs as production ramps through 2026. Bosch is here. Mercedes-Benz van is here. Joint Base Charleston supports over 20,000 military and civilian jobs. And as the daughter of a man who served 28 years, I can tell you that the base is the quiet backbone of this whole regional economy. Charleston International Airport sits inside the city limits. They are in the middle of a $105 million expansion, adding 4 gates and international arrivals. Now, the most important thing anybody will tell you about the city: North Charleston is not just one market. It stretches from the neck up past the airport, and it behaves neighborhood by neighborhood and street by street, to be honest. Park Circle is the walkable heart. Restaurants, breweries, the new community center, that world-class playground with renovated brick cottages next to new builds running in the high 300s, well into the 600s. Oak Terrace Preserve nearby offers newer master plan porch front living, generally from the 400s to 600s, with Mixon bringing in a denser modern village feel. Up the Dorchester Road corridor, established neighborhoods like Whitehall and Cedar Grove deliver serious square footage in the 300s to low 500s. And Coosaw Creek Country Club is the plot twist. Gated golf course living, commonly in the 500s to 800s. Yes, in North Charleston. Those ranges are my working estimates as of this summer. When you get serious, we'll pull recent MLS numbers for your exact pocket, because in this market, this varied citywide median tells you nothing about the street you're buying on. Which brings me to your homework. 3 things, and they're non-negotiable. Number 1, never buy here sight unseen off a national ranking. Averages mislead in both directions in a street-by-street market. Walk the street ideally with someone who grew up navigating it. And I just know an amazing agent who did. Number 2 is the schools. Most of this city is served by Charleston County schools, but part of it is in the Dorchester County District too. And attendance lines don't follow neighborhood signs. Verify the exact assignment for the exact address before you write an offer. Third, water and insurance. Every smart buyer in the metro checks flood maps, period. Here's the surprise. First Street's data, about 19% of North Charleston properties carries severe 30-year flood risk versus roughly 78% in the city of Charleston. Being inland and elevated is a genuine advantage here, but you still budget for coastal insurance. Insurify puts the 2026 average around $5,400 a year, and you still get the elevation certificate near any creek. That's not fear. That's how grown folks buy houses on the coast. If you remember one thing, let it be that the gap between a city's reputation and a city's reality is where opportunity lives. And by the time the reputation catches up, so has the price. North Charleston in 2026 has a national award on the wall. Billions in employer investment on the ground, an airport in its backyard, and a median price $250,000 under the city next door. While the internet is still quoting headlines about who we were, and I'm not asking you to ignore the city's past, I've lived it. I'm telling you the past is not the listing price. The future is. And reading the difference between the two, street by street, this is exactly what a Benya like me is here for. So here's your move, and it's simple. If North Charleston just went from written off to wait a minute. Call me at 843-532-0330. And yes, I actually answer my phone. Or go to relocation.thechatmangroupsc.com for your free strategy call and my relocation guide. Drop a comment. Did this change your mind? Yes or no? And your next stop is on your screen. Right now, my full breakdown of the Charleston suburbs where your money goes double. This has been Shakima Chatman, your Charleston and Summerville relocation specialist. Born here, raised here, and still here. Y'all take care, and I'll see y'all on the next video.